Hey, what's up? It's DJ. Today we've got a new gameplay trailer for Hutan Pantai, the East Asia map for Farming Simulator 25. The video shows off some of the things that we've already seen, and we get a much better look at the surrounding areas away from the fields. We're going to watch the video, then break everything down, going over the things you may have missed, as well as some important details. And one very important detail, if you haven't pre-ordered FS25 yet, you can check the link in the description for the base game and the Year 1 bundle. We're less than 2 weeks away. Let's do it! Very cool. Not as much focus on farming as it took half the video to see anything farming related, but a great focus on the area and the architecture of Hutan Pantai. This is the map that I played the most when I got to play the game recently in Wisconsin, and it's nice to see a lot of the areas that I couldn't find because they didn't give us a PDA. Anyway, I've complained about that enough. Let's break it down. I normally don't start the breakdowns with the little intro portion that Giant Software put. However, we are going to do that today because we get to see a few things that aren't focused on as much in the video. Starting with the temple area at the beginning. We get to see the 850 coming down the mountain road with a place called Farmer's Coffee there on the right-hand side. Are they hinting at some kind of coffee coming to Farming Simulator 25? I mean, obviously it's not in the base game. However, will we be getting any DLCs or expansions? Why would they have a Farmer's Coffee? Am I reading too much into this? Maybe. We also get to see the Fellowship again, which doesn't show its face until the end of the video, but this is a great shot from the side of it at night. We get a nice panning shot beside the coast with Surf House in the back. We have Welcome, there's some soup there as well, and on the far back we have P.O. something T Textile Company. Maybe a production chain. Signs are a big one here, and you can see all kinds of stuff. We have Stream Now, Silos and Shenanigans, Star Trekker, Farm Long and Prosper, now in cinema. Yikes. We also have karaoke, Frizzy Spiz, which is the Sprite or Mountain Dew soft drink of Farming Simulator. We have Surf House there again, and a lot more signs, even in the back right-hand corner, some of which you have to zoom in to see, including Pan's Cakes. I'm sure Yost will be happy about that. We also have a small waterway here, which looks really nice. We've got what I believe are the cherry trees, the cherry blossoms there on the sides lining it. This is pretty cool. Kind of reminds me of the river in GTA a little bit, but on a much smaller scale. I doubt you're going to be running from the police here. And the last portion of the introduction brings us here to the title screen, Farming Simulator 25 map trailer, Hutan Pantai. The other thing is we can hear the cars going by on the left and right hand side. This was an area that I did show off in my video that I recorded a few weeks ago at Racine, Wisconsin, Case IH. So this is pretty cool. I kind of like the big lifted and raised up highway system. It's a cool thing, it's a lot of fun, and it's probably going to be really easy to get from one side of the map to the other. Unfortunately, the vehicles I had were mega slow, so it wasn't easy to get anywhere. Now that the title screen is done, we have Game by Giant Software leading us into the temple. We have water on the left and right hand side going over a bridge with a beautiful building in the front. We also know from, well, Giant's talking about it, that we're going to be building some of the areas in the temple area, but we don't know if it's the entire thing or if some stuff's already there, but there's other areas that we have to build up. We don't know anything about that just yet. We're going to have to play the game to figure that out. Here's another look to the left of where we just were. You can see below the temple area, we've got some staircases there, whether they be wooden or stone, and we've got some lily pads in the water. looks great. Did I mention the fog? I know you're excited that it's back. There's a lot of fog in this video. Great shot here with the detail. You've got the red contrasting with the green with different types of patterns and things like that in the paint or however this is put on there. This is beautiful, looks super good, and it is not something that I would look at and be like, Farm Sim! I know what game that is. That's Farming Simulator. I don't know what game I would say this is, but it's not Farm Sim. Again, very heavy-handed when it comes to the temple area. Here we can see a little wooden cart. We don't know if this is going to be some type of collectible or a thing that we can use, anything like that. We do know that there are things very similar to this on the American map, Riverbend Springs, so I don't know if this is something that's going to be like that. I know in here we have like the money tokens or whatever it is, or the crop tokens, the gold crop tokens. Maybe this is something, or maybe it's just there for design and looking pretty. Now we've got another shot from a different angle into the main city here. They say, with good soup, you cannot farm better, but longer. And the translation issues into English are immense. That part's not on there. I'm just kind of reading into it. Pans Cakes again on the right-hand side. Your cow is stuck on the road again? Call us. We move your cow. It's a little rough. These are pretty cool, to be completely honest, and kind of cute at the very beginning. I can imagine these getting very old very quickly, so hey, maybe Giants has got a great idea to change these up, but something tells me in 3 years we'll probably have the same ones. Even more shots here. We have Bob's Records, more Pans Cakes, and 24-hour cinema. Very cool, very cool. This was an area that I got lost in multiple times when I was playing the game, and other guys got lost in the area as well. There's a bunch of places where you can't take cars, or maybe the little tuk-tuk that we've got, the 850, that might be able to fit through some of these areas. It does turn pretty good, but yeah, you're not getting vehicles through here. Most of the areas are kind of there for decoration as well, which is nice. It's usually not something we get on a farming simulator base game map, but hey, nonetheless, here you go. Even more signs here. So much stuff. I'll let you kind of pause it and take a look. We can see on the bottom left-hand side, I do believe that is one of our vehicles. It kind of looks like a modified version of the 850, although we do have the 2 dump trucks there, which are in the regular stuff. Also, you're going to notice that there's American traffic here. I don't know why. Another shot from above from those cherry blossoms with the little waterway going down the middle. I never know what that's called. And here we are down there again. Looks like this is kind of taken around the same time. The water's very calm here. Water's been a big part, especially since we had Silver Run Forest. This water, very glassy and very smooth on the outside, but seeing the staircases, we can get down here. I just don't know what this area would be used for with Farming Simulator. Again, more cherry blossoms, even more flowers and things like that. We also have a new fence. Looks pretty cool. I like that. Another look over at the temple. We're now about 24 seconds into the trailer. And a look from above. And as I mentioned, the water. See, it's running here. It's moving very quickly. This is the area that I think we're going to be able to build up. I'm pretty sure these buildings are different from the ones that we saw at the beginning of the trailer, although there are a couple areas around that we have seen before. I'm pretty sure this is the area that we're going to be rebuilding. Hey, a taiko drum! Very cool! I don't know if most of you guys may know, I used to be a drummer. Still drums a little bit, but we would use drums like this and percussion and things like that. Looking by the beater that's on the left-hand side, I don't know if this is exactly a taiko drum, but it's set up exactly like a taiko drum. More fog, more sun, more flowers. Nice little park area. Again, you can see just the difference between the lighting and the dark, the shade behind things like trees and walls, things like that, and just how different this looks. This may be one of the most different looking farming simulator games, and I'm not trying to fanboy out here. This is not Farm Sim 19 with shaders. Get that out of here. And finally, 33 seconds in, we get to see some farming related stuff. I'm not sure what field's down at the bottom, but we can have a sorghum field over with, I think, a John Deere combine harvester running that. And we have our train going across. Again, more fog, more sun. I know. Moving to the left of where we just were, we could see the train going by again. Even more flowers, some rock movement, things like that. And we also have the water kind of flowing through, and that John Deere in the back doing the sorghum. It's also another machine, but I can't tell what it is. Here's our Oxbow green bean harvester running right beside what looks to be the port. As far as I could tell when I was playing, you've got the farming area, which takes up the majority of the map, along with some of the logging areas. Then we get the city, and on the other side of the city is the port. And it's not too difficult to get in and out of there. It's kind of neat, and I don't know, does anybody play like hide and seek with Farming Simulator? This will be a fun way to do that. A little further away now into a village. This is a low-lying village, and there's a yellow American school bus driving by. Oy, oy, oy. Bet Farmer Cop's gonna have a field day with that one. This is a beautiful area, though. You've got the cherry blossoms everywhere, the waterway down there on the bottom. All the houses look different. It's not the same house, just plop, 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 plop. Looks pretty good. A mirrored scene from the very beginning. However, we don't see the farmer's coffee. It kind of sneaks past that on the right-hand side. So this is probably two different shots in exactly the same spot. I do like the lighting, though. It almost looks a little bit more intense here than it did in previous shots. Again, with more buildings that are not the same. They're all different. Actually, now that I say that, it does look like the stone house on the right-hand side and the house on the left-hand side are exactly the same. Everything's in the same place. Well, there goes that, I guess. Here's another shot of that from way, way up top. So many different types of foliage in here. Super duper cool. We can also see these stairs. See that almost in the middle of the screen there? I think those are those really long stairs. And you know what? I kind of want to run down those in some type of vehicle. Oh, the dirt bike. Oh, that'd be so much fun. We then transfer and fade over to, well, that exact place. It's kind of nice because this gives us an idea of what's where and things like that, even though we still have no idea. It is funny. We got a PDA of Riverbend Springs a while ago. However, we don't have a PDA of this yet. Do we? Did I miss that? I hope I didn't miss that. Anyway, regardless, there's your staircase that makes me tired and want to play Tony Hawk Pro Skater. More architectural things around the map. Here's is that a monkey? Maybe? Or a lion? I'm not sure what that is. Great shot from a temple style gazebo heading out into the water. Check that out. You got some little island out there, rocks sticking out of the water. You've got a little mountain off to the left-hand side, a boat going by. This is a cool setup. Here's a closer look at some of the details on that exact building and what's behind it as well. Or at least, I think this is it. Is this a different one? Crap, this might be a different one. That was definitely a different one because it's in this area. Look at that detail though. Man, that looks good. Unfortunately, all the videos that we've gotten from Giants have been 4K, and all the videos that we have taken ourselves have had to be 1080p. It's a little bit frustrating. I would love to be able to play this at 4K. I'm going to be playing at 4K max settings all the way turned to the max whenever I play, so hopefully we'll be able to see what it looks like. A shot up the building goes and fades into the night, and kind of a sight from earlier in the video. I mean, this looks pretty cool. You got the surf house over there and a few things off to the left-hand side. Those look really neat at night. And we've got our fellowship. Again, the same setup or same spot that we got to see at the beginning. However, gets a little bit better because we get a zoom out from one of the grain areas on the ship. Now, this tells me that this is one of two things. It's either a sell point or it works like the train where you fill it up and then you send it off. How cool would that be? We do have a train on the map, so you know, there's that, but this is something completely different. We've never seen anything quite like this before. Is the ship going to move? We've seen ships that looked kind of similar, very blurry off in the distance in previous videos and previous things, even in this video here. So is that what this is? Or is this something else? And that's it. There's our pre-order screen. What a video, man. This is normally something that Giants will put out right before a game's release, and with less than 2 weeks before the release of FS25, no surprise. Still, there were a lot of goodies to check out, and I really dug the map video. The only thing is we didn't get a lot on farming. There was a lot more having to do with the map, but well, that's kind of what the video is. It was a Hutan Pantai video. So I'm curious, what was your favorite part? What are you most excited for, or if anything? Or is there something that you think that I missed? Hey, please let me know. Don't forget, FarmSub25 is going to be available on Tuesday, November 12th, 2024 for PC, Mac, PS5, and Xbox Series. If you haven't pre-ordered yet, now's a really good time to do that. You can check the link in the description, which takes you to pre-orders for both the base game as well as the Year 1 bundle. And don't worry, console players can also pre-order these same versions for their respective game store. stores. From the respective game stores. There we go. If you got any questions, please let me know, and you can check out the other videos on the screen right now for more FS25 coverage. Thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I'll see you in the next one.